ComplexCon. Two thumbs up. This was an amazing event from top to bottom, from the art, fashion. If you an art lover, if you never been to something like this something you gotta get to. I was more on the fashion and sneaker side of things, but honestly, the art is what really stood out to me. We here in Vegas. It's a beautiful day today. Beautiful day today. I ended up going to day one. Uh, day one of the event. My initial plan was to go to day two because I was supposed to go to the Fundora and Keith Thurman fight, but that ended up being canceled. So I had went ahead and did the Complex Con. And another reason I ended up switching it went to the verses. The verses ended up being on Saturday, so naturally, you know what I'm saying. I'm a diehard No Limit and Cash Money fan, so it was a no-brainer for me to go ahead and switch to the Saturday, and the fight was canceled anyway. So, like I said, that was a no-brainer for me. I had an amazing time. Probably on the event, I got to give it a 10 out of 10. I'll give it a 10 out of 10. The food was amazing. Just the whole setup. If you want to network, that was amazing. Uh, a lot of the people that you meet there, they ready to talk and exchange information. All of the brands that you have seen was there. I ended up getting something from going to Marathon Burger, and I got fuck with the Marathon Burger shit. That shit was fire. That shit was fire. The fries, don't nobody talk about the fries there, but the fries was really like that. Um, Probably my favorite display didn't even end up having to do with fashion. It was more about art, and it was like some robots. I put the name of the company in the description and shit like that, but everybody was there. You know what I'm saying? You seen all the streamers, celebrities, musicians, athletes. A lot of people was doing streams there. I seen academics there, one of the biggest streamers to do it. Uh, then Cam and Mace ended up having a live show. So a lot of this shit really popped up on me. I didn't even know that that all of this shit was gonna be going on down there. So it was a phenomenal time. Like if I said, from the second I walked in there, the displays, the art displays, just the visual of this place was incredible. Names I could off the top of my head, awful lot of Crawford was there. Um, Obviously Jordan brand. Like I said, it was a lot of art brands. A lot of this shit, man, I wasn't even hip on. You know what I'm saying? So it was really an eye opener to me as far as how many brands is really out here and thriving and really putting in their best foot forward to make it happen and shit. So this the type of shit that motivate me. So I definitely try to you know be in these type of areas and shit like that. But uh, Marathon Burger, that shit was fire. Let's get to it. I got to the verses. The verses was everything I expected it to be, man. That shit was lit. I personally, I go with No Limit. I think No Limit won it for all the artists that they had come out doing solo songs. You know what I'm saying? Because for Cash Money, it was pretty much obviously the names that you really know: Manny, Baby, Juvie, BG. No Limit probably about anywhere from 7 to 8 different people perform. Anywhere from 7 to 8 different people performed on the No Limit joint. So that shit was lit. It was great atmosphere. Um, like I said, really just if you never been to something like this, I gotta stress to you, if you an art person, you gotta get down here. You gotta get down here. I think they put this on every year. It's enough space, even though it's a lot of people. It's not congested. You know what I'm saying? You know how like some places is the congestion really throw you off. So even though it's a lot of people, it's not congested. So that really that really made it good for me and shit like that. And everybody was approachable. And I'll be honest, bro, meeting TDE, Top Dog from TDE, that really, like, 'cause he was very humble, man. I mean, through the whole exhibit, you will see all these people with security, people 20, 30 deep. I put this right hand of God. Punch, not Punch, I'm sorry, but Top Dog was sitting there by himself. by herself. In the midst of all of this shit, probably the richest nigga in the whole place, in there sit by herself. And I just walked up to him like, "What's up?" Hollered at him, asked him, "Can I get a pic and shit like that?" But he was real humble about the situations, cracking jokes, shit like that. So, and that's really the type of person I am and shit like that. I love to, have that type of success and still be able to carry myself in a way that's natural to him. You feel me? It seemed like he is natural self and shit like that. But everybody was Duke Dennis. I seen Max Crosby there. Nav was there, the singer or rapper. Uh, I seen my boy Compton AD, Cali guy who do a lot of streaming. Uh, Zoe Spencer, the other girl that was just hollering at Floyd Mayweather that just had that little mix up. That's no cap girl or whatever. She was there. Who else I seen at that motherfucker? Couple other motherfuckers, but yeah, everybody you could think of was there. Actually, fucking Justin Combs, I seen him out there. My boy Remo from No Jumper. I ended up getting a picture with Remo from No Jumper. I just fuck with how Remo do business. Like if you ever watch a No Jumper interview, he not on all the interviews, but if you see it, if you see it when he on there, it's usually the bigger guest, and he very detailed with his interview and his questions. So that's the type of style that I want to have once I get my career as far as it can go on that side of things. But definitely shout out to Remo. He was real humble. I hollered at him and shit like that. So there's some hot shit that I done got. Happy Lemon. It's good though. I'll put the little name in the description and shit like that or whatever. But overall, shit, I more than likely I'll be coming back to another one of these. I'll probably get more into the streaming. I'm gonna do a whole video of all the visuals that I got there. I got a lot of shit from the verses. Pretty much every display, probably every display in there, I got some type of video content of. So y'all will be able to get a real good feel of what this was and shit like that. But and then shit, even if you an entrepreneur, really if you're an entrepreneur, you need to tap in because that's somewhere you need to be for sure. If you can put together, you know what I'm saying, a fundraiser or whatever you got to do to get yourself a space in there, you need to be there. Food vendors too. Food vendors too. It seems like a food vendor would probably be easier to get space to than the excuse me, excuse me, than to be able to have a space in the inside hookup. It seems like a food vendor would be, pretty much the same process as anything else. I mean, I don't know. But like I said, if you do got that type of shit going on, you definitely want to tap into that type of shit. We in Vegas, man. I'm gonna end up, this probably my 7th, 8th, 9th time to Vegas. I don't know, some shit like that. But I ain't been to Fremont Street since the first time, so I'm about to take it back, man. We going to Fremont Street tonight. See what that bitch do. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking it back old school. We going back to the old school today. Fremont Street. I'm uploading the content and shit like that. Y'all will check that shit out later and shit. Anything else about that conference? But it was called Complex 3025. There's something that you want to go ahead and look into. All the visuals will obviously be up on their page, and that's another thing. Shout out to Complex, the way that they document the shit. Because as the event is going on, they upload on pretty much every platform real time, like what's going on, pictures that's been taken, and events that start. And they real on point with the whole event. They had a phenomenal production team. They had a phenomenal security team. They had a phenomenal just the whole production. It was perfect. Perfect amount of space. You know how you go to some people places and then it's like everything cool, but it's just the space not it. Rather it's just too big or not big enough, or just location or parking and shit like that. All of that shit was a perfect 10. So I really want to give them congratulations to them on a successful event. I'm pretty sure they're going to have another successful event today. It's going to be, I know headlining going to be Young Thug tonight. He going to close out the whole thing and shit like that. But yeah, shout out to that Clothing Line Body. The Clothing Line Body, I like what they had going on. They had they models and shit going on with that. And other than that, yeah, like I said, I want y'all to definitely check out. I'm gonna put up a reel. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put up a reel of everything that I had going on. It's gonna be action packed. Pretty much document the whole experience on the reel. So when you get a chance, check that out, share that motherfucker. I never say this shit, man. Comment, like, subscribe, all that shit that y'all got to do to help me get this shit going, so I can continue to move around and show the things that I like to do, and maybe interest y'all into some things that y'all may want to do in the future and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Networking events, opportunities and shit like that. Because like I said, this a place there, man. You can see there. Like I said, I walked right up on the owner of TDE with no problem within 2 seconds. Anything that I wanted, I didn't go that way as far as trying to promote anything or exchange phone numbers, follow me on Instagram, none of that type of shit. But I know for sure I could have, and this is the type of place where people are open to that type of shit. So go ahead and check it out, man. Don't hate the player, hate the game, man. We on the road with this shit, man. Shout out to my nigga BJ for everything you helping me out with and shit like that, man. We gonna be back with a show very soon. But yeah, this shit gonna be lit, bro. Next, probably like I said, I'm gonna get that footage from Fremont Street tonight. I'm gonna put that out with that. I'm gonna put all the favorite brands and shit I seen down there in the descriptions. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to ComplexCon, man. I'm about to get back to this vacation, man. Love y'all.